Hunter Biden found guilty on all felony gun charges. The president's son could face up to 25 years in prison.
All right, joining us now, former federal prosecutor Scott Tenley with his reaction to the verdict. Scott, thanks for being with us. And the verdict came down pretty quickly, which, as we know, tends to lead towards conviction. Were you surprised by the verdict?
No, I think what we heard is that the prosecution was able to put on overwhelming evidence, including Hunter Biden's own words, that around the time he was purchasing this gun and filling out those federal forms, that he was using drugs, that he may have been addicted to drugs. And the defense tried to poke holes into it and say, well, did they present evidence he was using drugs on the day he signed the form? But certainly the jury could infer, based on all the surrounding evidence presented by the prosecution, that he was using drugs that day, and they found him guilty. Yeah,
with all those corroborating text messages. We said up to 25 years in prison. What is the likelihood of that actually happening?
Incredibly unlikely. First of all, if he had illegally possessed just this one firearm, typically under the sentencing guidelines, you're looking at between 1 and 2 years without other aggravating factors. But with respect to an addict in possession of a firearm, those are rarely sentenced to custodial terms in prison. And that's because the idea is you want to get those addicts clean and sober, and that's kind of the relief you're looking for. Hunter Biden has been in recovery for a long time, and so I think a probationary sentence is the most likely outcome here.
You know, what is interesting, it was this time last year that a plea deal basically fell apart at the 11th hour. There was an issue, I guess, about how much immunity it conferred to any other potential crimes he may have committed and be charged for in the future. And now to be at this moment, it's certainly a pretty dramatic turn of events.
And presumably the judge will remember that when she approaches sentencing. At one point, the special counsel thought that a sentence of diversion without a felony conviction was an appropriate, just, and fair resolution of the case. Now, obviously, there's a reason that broke down, and now there's a felony conviction, but certainly it speaks to the government's evaluation of whether a custodial term is appropriate.
Maybe talk to us about the reason why that all fell apart, because from our understanding, the judge saw this language in here and said, hold up, I'm not agreeing to this.
Well, the concern from Hunter Biden's camp was, did this agreement with the government protect him from future prosecutions related to other crimes, such as foreign lobbying and things that arise out of Burisma in Ukraine? And there was a dispute there, and Hunter Biden's team said, we signed this agreement knowing we had protection against further charges on that conduct. And when the special counsel said no, Hunter Biden made the decision to withdraw and kind of roll the dice on the gun crime and some of the other offenses.
Right. It's interesting. Now he could be facing he is facing tax charges in California. And if he's convicted of those, he could be looking at a stiffer sentence, right, because of this conviction in Delaware as well.
You're exactly right. If you have a prior felony conviction, that will enhance your sentence for your second and any subsequent conviction. The tax charges are going to be a little bit different, though, because the government has to prove that he willfully violated the tax laws. He's going to have significantly more defenses available to him, so it won't be as a one-sided affair as the gun case was. I expect Abby Lowell and the defense team is going to put up a vigorous defense on the tax case.
Very well. All right, Scott Tenley, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.